Hello, Yawning Angel here with a very quick and dirty video about my recent trip to Retrofest. Well, I say recent. Yes, this is a video about Retrofest, and yes, it is late because I contracted a lurgy, possibly at said event, who knows, and that has put a bit of a dent in my video release schedule, but at least here I am getting it done now. So I was at Retrofest on Saturday, May the 31st and Sunday, June the 1st this year. I was there with a bunch of other fellow retro YouTubers as part of the Big Red Arrow Club, and I even managed to take an Amiga along to showcase some of my Amos stuff. This very Amiga right here, in fact. I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone I spoke to there and came along to speak to me about Amos and programming and Amiga stuff in general. Thank you one and all, and thanks for indulging me while I rabbited on about Amos and the 3D shoot 'em up program which I was showing there. Had that running on a bit of a loop and it got some interest, which I was pretty pleased about. So thanks to everyone who came up and actually spoke to me about it. It was pretty cool. So what follows here is some very, and I mean very, unplanned footage that I took while at the event. I was wandering around with my iPhone attached to a gimbal. Anyone who watched me closely would know that that gimbal gave me some real problems during the day, but well, through both days actually, but I managed to get some footage, and what I thought I'd do, I'd put it all together and actually release it to get it out there, and just to give people who didn't make it to this event a feel and an understanding of how awesome this event really was. So, in short, was it any good? Oh yes, it was really good. The event was really well attended. It felt busy pretty much most of the time. Some unofficial figures that I have was on the Saturday, had approximately 240 people attend, and on the Sunday about 190. Like I said, those are rough unofficial figures I got through speaking to somebody. But the event felt busy all the time, people moving around, checking out different stands, talking to different people, different exhibitors. And it was also great for the YouTubers that were there, for us to catch up, exchange news, views and opinions, and talk to other traders and other like-minded people in the community. It was fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it. So as I said, this is very unplanned, this video. Some of the footage is very rough, some of it is duplicated in places, but I just wanted to get it out there for people to experience, and also by way of saying a huge thank you to the event organisers. That would be Short Circuit Events. Thank you ever so much for putting this on. You did an amazing job, and I really, really want to see this return in 2026. So, enough chatter. Let's get on and take a look at the video footage. Look everyone, it's more fun making it Lee. Everybody wave. Hello Lee. Oh look, it's a Sinclair ZX81 connected to a Sinclair TV. Now that is a lot of calculators. This gentleman here is Roy Templeman, who writes the article Templeman's Treasures in Pixel Addict. Roy's got about 160 retro systems. He didn't bring all of them to the show though, but he brought a fair few. Who watching this remembers Prestel? It's always nice to see Addict Media represented at these events. How you doing? I do wonder what Sir Clive would have thought if he'd attended an event like this now.
So is all this controlled?
Yes, all controlled from here. Unfortunately, the keypad is mostly not working anymore. As of, it got worse and worse.
Really, yeah.
And now it's
Given up.
Almost. I've managed to just get one logo running today.
Okay, nice.
The enter key and R1. Two of the logos start with one, so that's a problem. And the enter key is very important for actually just telling it to do anything.
Sure, right, yeah.
Oh look, it's two of Lee's Mectrums and the green Mectrum belonging to TechMade Easy Matt. Whilst doing the rounds, I took some time to speak to Derek about his Denise Amiga motherboards and also have a look at a yet-to-be-released Amiga A1200 Denise board. Now this does look really interesting.
So is that?
Yes.
Just for reference.
If you run a game, it'll come on here. That's the RGB, that's the RTG. So people keep coming to my desk and going, your Amiga's crashed. I said, no, it hasn't.
This is an Aquarius Mark II computer. Only 25 were ever made, and this is number 24, and it belongs to Roy Templeman.
Yeah, I mean, myself, what I've done personally is I've got one clip class which is original, I've kept it really clean and everything else, and I've done something just prevents the money.
And here we see Mean Machine Dean and his brother with their console revive business. Some great products here, really nice quality stuff. Over the weekend there was a lot of love for the Mectrums, and of course Lee enjoyed talking to anybody and everybody about them. I can safely say that the keyboard on that Jupiter Ace was really nasty. And that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed being there. I really want to see this event return next year, and I think it will if you take a look at the website. Some suggestions I'd like to make to the organisers for the event next year. It would be nice to see some talks given by prominent people in the industry, possibly some workshops run by people on different elements, maybe some hardware repairs, maybe some software, maybe even some programming, who knows. And I guess the organisers might want to think about a bigger hall for next year. I know the first year trying to run any event, it's always difficult and you're testing the water to see how successful these things are. But it would be nice maybe if the event grew and we can have a nice bigger hall next year for it. Because I'm sure this place could be filled even more so with more people attending once word gets out about how great this is. So that's it. Thank you ever so much for watching. Look after yourselves and I'll see you all on the next video.